You may have seen in action in Excel little drop lists that allow you to pick from available data to enter some value into a cell. If we take in our employees list file, we're going to use this to add some drop lists that will make data entry a little easier. Where you have possible repeated values, like the county, for example, a lot of people live in the same county, and the department, lots of people work for the same department, then the entry of these must be spelled correctly for any data analysis to work. In order to safeguard that the typing is the same, we can offer a little drop list so people choose from the drop list. The first thing we need before we can create drop lists are the unique entries ready. We have those here in list data. We have the counties listed and we have the departments listed. So back in our employees sheet, where we have our counties, I would like to change all of these to little drop lists. In order to do that, we need to select all the cells. Then we go to data, data validation. So the group heading is the same as the option we're choosing. Here we have the validation criteria, and from here we choose list. So those are the steps involved in taking us to the right location. We then need to tell Excel where is the list of information you want to provide as a list. So we use the browse option, go to our list data and highlight the counties but without the heading. Otherwise the word county would be offered as an option. Then we click the browse back option. There's our source, going to be a list. We want to ignore any blanks and offer an in cell drop down. Okay. When you then check each cell, you'll find it has a little drop down arrow allowing you to choose different county to the one already pre-entered. So I could move that to Teesside if I wanted. West Yorkshire is chosen, but I can move it to County Durham. The little drop list is then available. Before we do the second drop list, which is for the departments, we're going to make this slightly easier for us by going to the list data and naming our department range. We highlight the department values. In the name box here, I'm going to put DEPT. Return to finish the naming convention. Names of ranges cannot have spaces in them. Then we can go back to our employees, highlight all the departments, go to data validation on the data ribbon, data validation. It is also going to be a list, but here in the source, I simply need to type equals DEPT, which is the named range I created. So I don't have to go and do any browsing. I just need to insert the named range. Okay. And then when I check each of the cells, they all have a drop list. And that drop list is looking at our list of departments, selecting obviously the one that is already entered. For accounts, I can move Richard here from operations into warehousing, but I can only choose an option from the list. If I were to try and type in an extra option that is not there, such as administration, and then leave that cell, I get an error. Value entered is not valid. It uses restricted values that can be entered into this cell. We could retry, so we could retry admin, but that's not going to work. I'm going to click cancel, and it goes back to its original value. So the pick list is not only facilitating that data entry, it's safeguarding the contents of the cell. What about if you wanted to add values to your pick list? Well, in the list data, we just need to insert further values. Now I cannot add them at the end because it won't get picked up. I need to insert them in the middle with the county. However, with the named range, which is this one here, I can add them at the end. I could add admin and I could add marketing. There's two extra options to my range, but what I would need to do is to change the named range. So I go to formulas, name manager. My DEPT is looking at cells C2 to C8. What I need to do is effectively change that 8 to a 10 and click the little tick. And then I've now expanded my named range without having to go in and adjust the pick list at all. Come back in here. Because the named range is expanded, my pick list is now seeing the new two options of admin and marketing. So using a named range is preferable for your pick list options because you can adjust the named range so much more easily, which then has a knock-on effect to the values available in your pick list.